Imagine a world where the traditional classroom is a thing of the past. Can artificial intelligence replace the human touch in education? Picture this, a rapid evolution of AI, so swift and so innovative that it's slowly etching its mark in various sectors, including education. It's not a far-off dream or a sci-fi movie plot, but a reality that's unfolding right before our eyes. As we tread into this era of digital transformation, AI is no longer confined to the realms of coding and computing, but has ventured into the sphere of learning. It's intriguing, isn't it? The very idea that a machine could possibly enhance, or dare we say, replace the traditional methods of teaching and learning. It's a riveting concept that sparks curiosity and debate. Does AI hold the potential to transform the educational landscape, or are we merely fascinated by its novelty? Let's delve deeper into this fascinating subject. In the traditional learning model, the teacher is the fountain of knowledge. This notion has formed the backbone of our education system for centuries. Teachers, armed with textbooks brimming with information, stand at the front of the classroom, pouring out knowledge to the students who sit before them. This method of learning is often characterized by a certain rigidity. The teacher, the textbook, the chalkboard, and the students all play defined roles in this educational dance. The teacher is the giver, the textbook is the guide, the chalkboard is the canvas, and the students, they are the receivers. This model places a heavy emphasis on memorization. The students listen, they read, they write, and they memorize. They are expected to absorb information and reproduce it, often with little room for questioning or creativity. While this model has proven effective in disseminating information, it has its limitations. One of the most significant shortcomings is the lack of personalization. Each student is unique, with their own strengths, weaknesses, interests, and pace of learning. Yet, the traditional model treats them as a homogeneous group, expected to learn the same material at the same pace. Moreover, this model often limits the scope for creativity and critical thinking. The focus is on what is known, rather than what can be discovered or invented. It doesn't encourage students to question, to explore, to think outside the box. It doesn't foster an environment where they can learn from their mistakes, or where they can apply their knowledge to real-world problems. Furthermore, the traditional model can often lead to passive learning, where students are mere spectators rather than active participants in their own education. They are on the receiving end of a one-way flow of information with limited opportunities for interaction or feedback. While this model has served us well for centuries, it's time to explore new horizons. The world is changing rapidly, and our education system needs to keep pace. It's time to rethink our approach to learning, to foster an environment that encourages creativity, critical thinking, and personalization. It's time to embrace innovation in education. Enter the world of AI-enhanced learning, where education is tailored to the individual student. Imagine a classroom without walls, where every student has a personal guide, a mentor, who understands their strengths and weaknesses and knows how to challenge them just enough to stimulate growth. This is the essence of AI-enhanced learning. It's an approach that leverages artificial intelligence to create personalized learning paths for each student. Think of it as a bespoke suit of education, tailored to fit each learner's unique needs, interests, and pace of learning. But the magic doesn't stop there. AI-enhanced learning also provides instant feedback. Gone are the days when students had to wait days or even weeks to know how they performed on a test or assignment. Now, they receive immediate feedback, allowing them to understand their mistakes, learn from them, and adjust their learning strategies in real time. Let's not forget the role of AI chatbots in this revolutionary learning model. These digital assistants provide round-the-clock support, answering students' queries, clarifying doubts, and even providing resources for further learning. They ensure that no question goes unanswered and no curiosity is left unexplored. The benefits of this approach are manifold. By offering a more engaging and interactive learning experience, it increases student engagement, making learning not just a chore, but a rewarding and exciting journey. Furthermore, It leads to improved learning outcomes as the learning process is adapted to the individual's learning style and pace. Most importantly, AI-enhanced learning fosters the development of critical thinking skills. By receiving personalized, immediate feedback, students are encouraged to reflect on their learning process, identify their mistakes, and think of ways to improve. This is much more than rote memorization. It's about cultivating a mindset of continuous learning and improvement. AI-enhanced learning is not just about technology, it's about promoting an innovative attitude in student-centered learning. It's about nurturing curiosity, empowering students with the tools to explore their interests, and instilling in them an insatiable thirst for knowledge. It's about preparing them for a future where lifelong learning is not just a necessity, but a way of life. So, how do traditional and AI-enhanced learning models stack up against each other? In our comparative analysis, we'll delve into the strengths and weaknesses of both models while keeping a keen eye on the potential of AI to address the limitations of traditional learning. Beginning with the traditional learning model, its strengths lie in the human interaction and personal connection that it fosters. There's an irreplaceable value in having a teacher present to guide, motivate, and inspire students. This model also allows for the adaptation of teaching methods to suit individual learning styles, encouraging a more personalized approach to education. However, the traditional model is not without its weaknesses. It often lacks the scalability and flexibility to cater to the diverse needs of learners worldwide. Furthermore, the model can be time-consuming and resource-intensive, with much of a teacher's time taken up by administrative tasks. Now let's shift our focus to the AI-enhanced learning model. This model excels in areas where the traditional model falls short. It offers scalability and flexibility, with AI chatbots providing personalized feedback and support to students on demand, regardless of geographical location or time zone. The AI model also reduces the administrative burden on teachers, freeing them up to focus more on teaching and less on paperwork. But like any technology, AI is not a silver bullet. It has limitations. For instance, while AI can provide personalized feedback, it lacks the empathy and emotional intelligence that a human teacher brings to the learning environment. It's also dependent on the quality of the data inputs, which, if flawed, can lead to inaccurate outputs. In conclusion, both models have their strengths and weaknesses, but by integrating AI into the traditional model, we can harness the best of both worlds. AI can address the limitations of traditional learning, enhancing its effectiveness and reach, while human teachers continue to provide the empathy and inspiration that machines cannot. It's clear that while AI has a significant role to play in education, it cannot replace the human touch. So, can AI replace the human touch in education? The answer is not a simple yes or no. We've covered a lot of ground in this discussion, diving deep into the world of traditional learning models and exploring how artificial intelligence can enhance these models. We've seen how AI can support student-centered learning, providing immediate feedback and fostering an innovative attitude in students. But we've also acknowledged that technology, no matter how advanced, cannot replicate the emotional intelligence, personal connection, and nuanced understanding a human teacher brings to the table. Remember, the goal isn't to replace teachers with machines. Rather, it's about using AI as a tool to augment human capabilities and enrich the learning experience. AI can handle repetitive tasks, provide personalized content, and offer data-driven insights, freeing up teachers to focus on what they do best: inspiring, guiding, and mentoring their students. That said, we need to strike a balance. We must ensure that we're not leaning too heavily on AI at the expense of human interaction. Students need to feel seen, heard, and valued, and that requires the human touch. It's about integrating AI in a way that complements and enhances the role of teachers, not diminishes it. Moreover, we must remember that education is not merely about imparting knowledge, but also about shaping character, nurturing empathy, and fostering a lifelong love for learning. These are areas where the human touch is irreplaceable. So where does this leave us? It leaves us in a place of balance, a place where we harness the power of AI to enhance learning while keeping the human touch at the core of education. It's about using AI to promote an innovative attitude in student-centered learning and doing so with a keen understanding of its benefits and limitations. In the world of education, AI is not the enemy or the savior. It's a tool that, when used wisely, can transform learning for the better.